Hello everyone. It's Amy with Floating Homes Portland, and today I have the unicorn of floating houses. First off, let's talk about the outside of the house. Hardy plank siding, the fibrous cement is very, very good product. Just keep it painted and she'll keep you happy. Nice, wide, spacious walkabout room on the sides. That's always very important. It makes it very easy to care for the house and wash the windows. And the other great thing about this house, the entire house is on one level. So you have a lot of square footage and 3 bedrooms all on one level. Like I said, unicorn. Okay. How about we go inside and take a look? Okay, when we come into the front entrance, you are greeted with all sorts of options. Doors on the right, doors on the left. So we'll kind of systematically go about this floor plan. The floor product is, this is a plank vinyl. It's very nice and very river-like. I like that it has a little bit of tan in with the gray, because for me that kind of complements any kind of color pattern that you might want to put into this house. The first door on the right is a walk-in laundry room, mudroom sink, looks like an extra freezer, tons of storage. Got these beautiful side-by-side washer and dryer, or front mount is what I meant. Front loaders. So nice to walk in and just have a place to dunk your stuff, especially if it's been raining. That happens a little bit. Now the first bedroom is going to be off to the left. And we've got the luxury plank vinyl in here. Wide plank, kind of cool looking. This is a bedroom. The current owner uses it as a home office. But it's got nice light in here because you have corner windows on each side. And then we have a closet here. And it also passes through to the bathroom. Well, since we're talking about it, let's go see it. Beautiful piece of granite. This is really cool. This is very like river-esque because it's got these little hits of blue in it when the light's a certain angle. Very pretty. And then we've got the one-piece shower bath situation. No grout to clean, pristine, clean, just easy peasy. More fun on the river and less house cleaning. That's what we like. Also right off of the front door is a coat closet, very helpful, and a linen closet. Okay, reorienting myself here. The next room on the left is another bedroom, very spacious, again with the luxury plank vinyl floor, wide plank. And this is fantastic. This is a Murphy bed. So you have all kinds of options here. You've got a little desk that folds down. This just pops back up, a couple magnets, and it stays there in place. Or you can pull this down to have a queen size Murphy bed. It's a very, very spacious room. I think these pieces of furniture are so smart. Now to the principal bedroom. This room is enormous. This is a principal bedroom. The bed is a king-size bed, and it's swimming with space in here. You've got so much room. You could have several dressers. You know, each occupant gets their dresser, keeping everybody happy. Lots of light, because you have this window here, also the French doors to the deck. We'll get there in a little bit. All right. As with any proper primary bedroom, we have a primary ensuite bathroom. Spacious walk-in closet. Nice big piece of granite. And let me just give a little lecture here. I know everybody likes 2 sinks, but when you think about it, 2 sinks takes up so much counter space. Y'all can spit in the same basin. I'm just saying. That way, everyone has the room for their, accoutrement that they use on each side of the sink. That's my take on that. And I put my money where my mouth is. I did that in my house. And then again, we have a nice size walk-in shower, a little seating area, and it's all one big piece. Less cleaning, more time on the river. That's my new slogan. I just thought of that. Nice little side door. Lets in more natural light. Oh, speaking of natural light, I almost missed this. There's a big old skylight. It just gets better. Let's keep going. Nice arch. I like this little architectural detail here. Formal dining area. It's a very big table, so it can accommodate any sort of table. It's huge. You could actually have a really long table too if you wanted to. Oh my gosh, look at this kitchen. This is great. Giant piece of slab granite, lots of room to actually have bar stools and sit without knocking your knees. And you've got the range built into the island here, gas cooktop, little KitchenAid. We love KitchenAid. Very nice refrigerator. I like the little separate drawers. Look at this. I'm kind of jealous of the walk-in pantry. Oh my gosh. This is great. Look how big this pantry is. Oh, the storage. Storage is hard to come by on a floating home. So when you find one that has this much storage, it's really a gem. Okay, let's look at these beautiful cabinets. These are really nice. These are solid oak. And instead of having little knobs, which of course you could add if you want to add that touch, has a little grab underneath. And I'm totally digging this. This is warm, it's inviting, it's friendly, it's under a Tuscan sun. Love. Lazy Susan in the corner. There's a ton of cabinet space. Like, there's a place for every pot, every pan, every commemorative champagne glass. It all is going to fit in here. Can we just marvel at the enormity of this room? It's huge. The ceilings are vaulted in here. It's so much room. You could have the sectional of all sectionals in here facing the river, or you could have 2 different zones, a little reading nook zone by the fireplace. This could be all about the big game day. But of course, what it's really all about is the river. I can't tell you how awesome this house is. We're going to have a little wrap up at the end, and Dan's going to tell you about this moorage because it is hands down one of the most premier morages. But I'm going to save that for Dan. I'm just saying, this is el sueño. This is the sign, man. If you're looking for a floating house and you want one level living and all the perks, this is the one.
Hey guys, come on out and see the outside here at Hayden West Moorage. We have an amazing front slip location for you. We're kind of near the west end of the moorage, and just look at the view. So here we're at Hayden West Moorage, which is one of the newest moorages, in fact, the newest moorage in the Portland metro area. A couple out Multnomah Channel, built a little more recently. The moorage was built out in around the mid-90s, I believe, completed around 98. So they have a great new infrastructure here. You have steel pilings, concrete walks, and a really nice feature with slip ownership here is that you get a 2-car garage. Now you don't necessarily own it, you get sublease rights, but it comes with the value and the purchase of the slip here at Hayden West. And another feature I love about this moorage is the access point is really kind of removed. It's tucked into a little commercial district over here on the west end of Hayden Island. So it's got a very private entrance, a long driveway in, and then it opens up into this really nice, well-maintained area where the garage buildings are, and then the parking area. So you get 2 parking spots and a 2-car garage. So we're out here in one of the best locations you can have. You have a really wide body river space here. Not too far from the no wake zone, so you can get out and do your playing pretty quickly. Or you could head east and get up to Island Cafe and all those attractions up there in short order. So we got a nice composite deck here. We have a little covered space, big retractable electric awning, so you can roll that out and have a little bit of sun block. I personally like the sun. I don't block it too often, but in case you're of fair skin, then feel free. So another nice thing about this home is it's very low maintenance. It's a newer build. We have a solid float. We have cement board, hardy plank siding, composition roof, metal gutters, vinyl windows, and then the entire front deck here is encompassed and enclosed with the glass panel railing. And these are great because with the glass panel railing, you get some wind block, but you don't lose your view. So it's kind of the optimum railing type to have in this type of a situation. Great for the dogs and the pets as well, and the kids. So we'll go around the corner here. We can check out the side, which is really nice. So the current owners affixed this swim float in this little kind of cutout, which used to be a boat lift here. They didn't necessarily need the boat lift, so they went ahead and had a swim float, and I believe it's affixed to the main float, so it's not really free floating. In fact, I'm just going to step on it and find out. We're going to see if it moves or not. I stand corrected. It's moving, swim float style, but very nice nonetheless. And you have your hot tub right here in the corner. You know, I live just upriver, and one of the great things about this section is you have southern facing exposure and you have sunset to the west. So if you're into sunsets and you like the sun, great location. So for more information on this and many other great floating homes, you can go to floatinghomesportland.com. You can also visit our YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe, thumbs up, all that good stuff, and it was a pleasure to show you this home. See ya.
Let's take it over to Dan. Hey, Dan.